Right, so we're getting a bit of materials here because we are planning on building based on this on video, so you can see it. I'll obviously want to finish it off for you. We are so gathering material, so we're gonna need wood, thatch, fibre, which you can see that's what we're mixing grabbing now. Obviously, I've just found a drop bag there, so I do take the fibre out if I remember correctly. Because obviously, like I said, there were no need for berries because all the tins we've got up to press, they're all herbivores. Carnivores, sorry. So they all eat meat. So yeah, I'm wanting to keep the middle part of the actual base area, where we are building, because obviously I'm wanting to do a little bit, probably a campfire and a couple of benches sit around that, so it just something that looks pretty cool. But yeah, we are getting the parts now. We're making all the structures that we need, as you can see. Put the steps in there because obviously that's where I would like them. There's no point having them to the side of the road. Yeah, we're gonna put out walls on here, and obviously the thatch ceilings as well, which I do need to unlock, but I'm not too sure if I remember. I don't believe at this point I realise that I've actually not unlocked them, which to be fair was a bit of a daft thing. But like I say, obviously I was planning on making my first base out of stone, but obviously we haven't got a Dodicurus, or an Argie at this point, so realistically wood will probably be best bet, because the last thing we want is something preferably trying to kill us through it. But I'm hoping if we are to leave the area and it renders in, well, we re-render it back in, should I say, that there'll be nothing else other than a saber-tooth maybe, or a couple of hyenas. The last thing we need is like a T-Rex spawning there, but I've not had a Rex before spawning. I have had a couple of allos, and they were a bit of a inconvenience. But to be fair about them, I actually have some decent tames at the moment. I say, just got the moss chops and the PT, which later on the video. Sorry about that, I'm a bit tired. Later on in the video, I do ask my eldest son if he'd like to name the PT, and he does name it Jenna. Obviously, unfortunately, you didn't hear his voice on gameplay, because obviously it's not recorded out voices, which is really annoying. So obviously at the moment I'm going to do a running commentary, which I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not cracking with commentaries, so like I say, what we'll do is I'll talk through the building side, and then we'll go looking for an RG. I'll quieten down, obviously do a bit of editing, and then bring you back then. But yeah, at the moment, obviously, I think this is where I realise I've not actually got the sloped thatch roofs, which realistically I should have built in first place. But as you can see, I'm flapping a little bit trying to get through, because I can't for the life of me figure out where it is. As you can see, I'm going through now, and I realise, there you go, it's not been put on. So we have. I'd like to thank everybody whilst I've got a few minutes for all the support I've had on the first video. It absolutely means everything to me. I think up to press for 150 views on that now. I'm now 21 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. What it is I'm wanting to do this is obviously not just a hobby, but if anything was to happen to me, obviously touch wood it done anytime soon, but at least my kids will be able to like listen back on gameplay as well, and be able to actually hear my voice. But yeah, as you can see, messing around here trying to get roofs up, but I do believe at some point I'm going to realise that I actually can't get up there, as into the rest of it, as you'll probably see in a second. Finish at this point when I realise. So let me just crafting more of the slope roofs. That's when I realised PT is not strong enough, because obviously I'm weighing way too much. I've got too much on me. But yeah, I should in a second I'll be taking a run up to the lock boxes. I should say the large storage boxes. I'm going to drop some stuff off any second. Right, so I believe obviously you've had a quick watch of the gameplay. I've always said to stop recording my voice at this point. What we're going to do now, we're going to have a look for an Argie. So obviously I am going to be jumping on my PT. We're going to take a little wander over to a few places that could potentially have them. But see, I noticed on this one, the places that usually spawned them in, there weren't any. Obviously there was one, which you'll see in a second, and it actually ended up getting killed, which was a bit devastating, but obviously I didn't know what level that was. But yeah, well, you see him flying over. I'm thinking about taming that stego, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna lie, because it seems to be an high level and it looks alright. I like the green on it. The green's like it pops. It's vibrant. And to be fair, it's my one of my son's favourite colours. And to be fair, I do like the colour green, quite vibrant. I like natural colours, nature. As you can see, I'm looking around at the moment to see, make sure there's not that can potentially try to kill me once I jump off my tame. So I look down here and I'll be looking at this Argie, which died the second I looked at it. And you can see why in a second. Aggressive things. At some point I'm thinking about I will be going over and nicking a bunch of eggs. So, because obviously they'd be an ideal pack tames. Get a couple of those, you're pretty much unstoppable within reason. But yeah, as you can see, I'm flying around to go to my other location where I usually do like tame them. So I usually find a lot down in this area here normally. But as you can see, I can't actually find them up to press. Here, what we've got down here, we've got a T-Rex, which I'm not too sure what that level actually was. What level was it? Oh, so I mean it came out that quick. I didn't realise. And obviously there is also a Carno down there, which at some point I'd like to tame a Carno. That'll be left for another episode. Because what I want to try to do is, each episode I want to have a purpose behind it, not just a case of just randomly doing stuff, because if I want to do that I can just live stream that for everybody to see. But I want to have purposes, so I think the next mission will probably be Dodicrus, obviously for stone, possibly a beaver for wood, an Anki for metal obviously, but yeah, that's what I could do with doing. At the moment, as you can see, I'm trying to carry these off, but a lot of them end up running off after that other Argie, which I won't even go try to tame that one. I gotta admit, to these people that do commentaries all the time, it's unbelievable. I don't know how you do it. So obviously, when you're recording your voice, first off, you know what you're gonna say, so there's no need to. You know what I mean? You say it there and then, it's not a case of a thought process. See, like me now, I'm watching this back, and as you can see, I can see this raptor, which is an alpha, and to be honest with you, I wasn't in any fit state to actually attack this bloody thing, because let's have it right, the level difference, and it's an alpha, you know what I mean? It definitely kicked my PT's ass. But yeah, I'm gonna go fly around to the next spot. Because I do know a couple of spots to see, because obviously I've played this game quite a lot. So, I think I've got up to press on PS5, I think I've got just shy of 300 hours. It's not a lot, but to me that's a lot, I don't usually spend that much time on a game. So we've got a Rexib down at bottom, a nice Tech 1. Let's see what's in this blue drop. Just have a quick check around, make sure there's no there. Because God forbid I don't want to be getting attacked once I jump off. Or at least that's what I thought. Yep. Bloody things bled me out. But let's just keep going. Obviously you can see to the left of me there were a ruin. My intentions are quick thinking, well, wait a minute, I might go get that, because obviously I can get some more levels on my character as well as on PT. But if I remember correctly, once I got it, I never actually put the point straight into my PT. I actually set straight off, I'm almost sure of it. Like I say, you can see I'm scouting the area out to see if there's anything else. The things with PTs, they generally are good terms. They're fast, they're agile, you know, they can manoeuvre really quickly and really good. The only down point to them is the stamina's absolutely shocking, the weight's appalling, the health's not exactly brilliant. But the thing is, you can pump the points into them, and to be fair with you, a PT is actually pretty good for a wyvern, as in, you can get into trenches, steal an egg, and bail out. So hopefully you might see me do that at some point, but before I do that, I'd like to breed a couple of these, because God forbid I ain't losing one. I don't want to run around trying to tame another. But as you can see, we're going to another spot, which obviously I do know of, for the Argies. Fingers crossed this time around we'll actually find something, because obviously I didn't want to be running around for the next God knows how long, spend all the entire video trying to find an Argie, and realistically it's not what you want to see. You want to see results. Take a little perch here and have a quick look around, but then I noticed there's a lot of PTs here as well, which could potentially come back and look at for the breeding pair. I'm hoping everybody's having a good weekend so far. Mine's been pretty decent, to be fair. Been a bit of time with both boys, treat them with a bit of baking. Well, partner did some baking, should I say. I just did the eating. I'm quite a big lad, I enjoy my food, especially got a bit of a sweet tooth, or sweet teeth, should I say. But yeah, as you noticed there, I've just spotted a couple of Argies. I'm going to sit back and watch and see which one survives. I'm going to have a quick look at levels as well, because as you know, we want a decent level, don't we? So that's scanning a few of them, seeing that level and for them. I don't really want that, I want something a bit higher. I do believe I captured a glimpse of the boom, 135. Thought, right, that's it, that's definitely the one I'm taming. But the trap that I do use in this, surprisingly, is an easy trap. I'm not too sure, I can't quite remember what the name of the person is that actually invented the trap. I think his name may be Mad Dog, I'm not too sure, but it's undeniably brilliant. Right, as you can see, there's a alpha there. We'll try to kite this one off of the edge of mountain if I can. Like I said, if I can. Yeah, so the base, the trap that I will be using for the RG, I've just found it here. I do believe the original person that invented it was, or should I say thought of it, his name is Captain Fat Dog. Brilliant YouTuber, I've watched quite a few of his trap videos. And like I said, I'm not going to, for 1 second, try to claim that it's my trap and that I thought of it, because, let's say right, thinking stuff is not really my strong point, especially not when it comes to traps. I did try thinking of a spinal trap and on one of the other games, and absolutely got penalised, mate. Every time it ran towards it, it ran straight over it. Didn't even run through it, and like just following it out. But I should have made it a bit bigger. As you can see, I've kited those dinos off, and obviously I'll be coming back to nick their eggs at some point. Hopefully there'll be an eye level there. That's if not else spawns in. So what you'll be needing for this base, I keep saying base, this trap, is you'll need a stone foundation, 3 double door frames, you'll need one single double door, you'll need a roof, and you'll need 2 railings. All has to be made out of stone, because obviously the Argie can't break through stone. And let's have a rate. That alone is an amazing amount of stuff. You don't need a lot. You can place it wherever you want. You could have multiple, different spawn areas where you believe Argies are going to be, and you could just, like I say, put them down and then fly from one place to another, and then obviously try to tame as many as you can. I am wanting to at some point do a lot of mutations and try to get some nice colours and eye levels, but for now that'll be something for a later date, because we don't want to get distracted here now, do we? Obviously we're set to get an Argie today. Let's have a butchers. So like you can see the parts we're going through here. My weight's not exactly amazing. I'm having to harvest stone, build the structures, and then obviously harvest some more. Because obviously I've not got a stupidly high one. But to be fair, with the XP boost that I've got at the bottom of there, realistically I should have done something else. You know, done a lot of killing and something. That would have given me a good amount of XP levels then. Which obviously the quicker we level up, you know what I mean, we don't have to worry about levels then. We could just play a game. But plans are, I do want to do a full base build with you at some point from start to finish. But I think what I might do is just record like the thing, go night time when no one's watching, do all the stuff off camera, as obviously gathering materials and stuff, and then get you back and then do it then. But as you can see, I'm putting doors in place there, put a roof on top, obviously put a rail on one side which is just above the door, and then we'll mirror that on the other side. So as you can see, when it flies through, you just open the door, and what will happen there is it'll trap it, which you will see in a few minutes, because this is where I get a bit bravey now. Drop all my stone, because the last thing I want is me PT slowing down or being too heavy, because it happens quite frequently. So what we'll do is jump off now, have a little quick fly around. At that point I thought it'd disappear, so I'm just going to double check to make sure that's definitely the right one. So obviously the last thing I want to do is to trap like a stupidly low level one. Obviously what you want to do is disperse the low levels, kill them off, hopefully then a high level spawn in. So as you can see, I'm going slow enough for the Argie to keep on top of me, because the Argies are slow. Stay low to the ground, so then they'll drop their level and straight through. As you notice, I turn around and it's trapped. So keep your PT in front of him so you can keep his aggro onto him. Sneak round to the side, and you need to be quick on this point. As soon as you're up and door bone trapped, you see how quick he turns around then. So now if I'd left it a few seconds, been a little bit slower, it would have come back out of there and attacked me. So then I would have had to obviously jump back on my PT and bail. Try to kite him back round, and I've had it a few times when you try to kite him round, it's a little bit harder, because what they'll do is, it's almost like they get smarter about it, because they'll go just above the trap. So you're flying through underneath, you think you've caught it and you haven't. But as you can see, he can't break through. He does glitch out, goes all glitch as you can see here. But he's not getting out of that trap, not a chance. To be fair, I've done it before on the same map, but it was somewhere else. And as I was getting ready to tame it, a lot of raptors come out of nowhere. Oh no, that were fun. I can safely say it wasn't the best moment. I had to jump back on PT and try to kill them all, which wasn't easy. But yeah, as you can see, we are trying to trunk it out. I'll bring you back once we've had it knocked out. Yeah, as you can see, it's trying to run now, so it's doing a torpor run. So you'll notice I'll slow down with darts, because the last thing you want to do realistically is hit it just after it's gone down. So if you hit it wrong, you then lose your taming effectiveness. I will get it out. That's the last thing you want. So right, what we need to do now is, if we can find some prime meat, preferably it's either prime meat or you kibble. But obviously at the moment I ain't got any kibble. I've not got a kibble farmer out. So what I need to do is I need to fly around and see if I can find hopefully something that I can get prime meat from. You've got Diplos and stuff like that. You've also got your T-Rexes. Give it possibly Carnos. I'm not too sure. I'm not too certain on the Carno front. I think you do get it from Raptors as well. It's mainly your big predators. Obviously, you will get it from other things. But yeah, as you can see, I'm looking through my inventory, thinking, well, I've got some meat, but I don't really want to give him that. So I just give Jenna the levels that she needs and she deserves, obviously, for the hard work she's put into it. So we'll have a quick fly around, quick scout around, see if we can find anything. Preferably, like I say, something big and dopey that won't try killing me. Or at least, I think, not try killing me. But as you can see, I put it on the tracking meter, so that way I can keep an eye on it from a distance. Because obviously, if itself starts dropping her out, or its torpor starts dropping, I need to know why, and I need to get there as soon as possible. So you can see, I'm looking around at the moment. I did find a Dodicus and flew past it, but then I looked at his I do believe they're called Brontos, and I thought, do you know what? They'll do, because you can see they're quite linked to each other. So if I can get 2 down, level 20, level 25, absolutely perfect. But don't get it twisted, they still pack a punch. You know what I mean? You know, they give you a good run for your money. They fought me all the way, to be fair. And somewhere, I believe there's a saber-tooth in the area, but I didn't quite notice it until the last minute. Cause I remember doing this and I could hear some roaring, but for the life of me, I couldn't see it. So there could potentially be a saber-tooth around here somewhere. But yeah, I've stopped on here to get a bit of a stamina, and I realised obviously he's coming over, he's still wanting another piece of me. So I bank on stamina, so oh shit, he can get me through there. But to be honest with you, he didn't land a bite. But while I got an opportunity to get a few bites in, and then its breeding partner come over, so that didn't help. Like I say, getting Argie, he has weight reduction, or he or she should say, has weight reduction in stone, metal, no, flint don't weigh out anyway. Obsidian, I think obsidian it has a weight reduction. I think it's like it's 25% or something stupid like that. But the thing is, that little bit of weight reduction helps. And let's say, right, most of the Argies have decent weight level anyway, so they do hold quite a lot more than what we can, and a damn sight more than what the PT can. It just makes it easier. Plus with the Argie, I can pick up the Anki, I can pick up the Dodicus, I can pick up a Beaver. You know, medium-sized tames, I can pick them up and cart them away. Where with PT, it's mostly small, like dodos and stuff. But as you can see, it's getting all bloody here, so I'm hoping to get a few more pops in, get it killed as quick as I can. There we go, it's down. I was going to jump up, I thought, no, I better not, because this other guy still wants to pop at me. So, that's, as you can see, that's me out. Need to fly back now and see if it's starved out a bit more. Hoping as I'm flying over that nothing's attacked it. But, as you can see, I need a rest, and that was quite quick that I needed a rest, to be fair. But another quick scout around again. We'll get rid of it, set off, and then drop down. But yeah, if you've got any name suggestions for this lovely lady, feel free to drop them in comments. Obviously, I would like to see what everybody's got to say, what everybody's thoughts are on names and just thoughts in general. You know what I mean? What is anybody looking forward to the new one that's coming out, Ascended? Hopefully that'll be out in well, they've got a deadline for October. So, well, I think it's end of October. So I'm gonna be putting money away for that. So second it drops, I can instantly buy it, and then we'll start doing and we'll start another game. Obviously, another playthrough. I believe the first couple of maps is like, I think it's Island and maybe it's Centre. I'm not too sure. But to be fair, they've got a lot of new dinos coming into it. I'm looking forward to seeing the whole principle behind it. We'll obviously see the graphics, see what else to add to it. I'm hoping they do something a bit like the I think it's called Primeval. Unfortunately, the Primeval's quite bugged out, so I won't be playing that. But if they had some of them structures in there, we can make amazing bases. Not just the structures, just like the mechanics in general. You know what I mean? This game itself, it's got a lot of potential, and it sounds stupid, but being able to craft more different food, but no, different food in general, like pizza and stuff like that. Cause I know in other one you can. Primeval is also different plants. As you can see, I'm looking for the Argie saddle because I need one. Because obviously I haven't unlocked it because I haven't yet done it. Obviously, you can see it's just there, popped down. So I need to fly us back to the base now. So like I say, you open doors, it'll drop down for a second, and that's it. It can then follow you out. So that's what I mean. I personally think this one is a lot easier and a lot better built than the actual, the behemoth doors that we all used to use back in the day. No, it's a damn sight easier than that. It's a pity it don't work on griffins, because that'd be pretty cool. But like I say, when I come to tame these animals, or tame these dinos, I should say, I'll do a bit more research, because obviously there's a lot of dinos I've never tamed, and I'd like to tame at least one of every dino on this map. And to be fair, there is quite a few. I think there's 142. Obviously some of them aren't tameable. Yeah, there's a few that we can't tame, but you know what I mean, just to have them. And I definitely would like to actually, for the first time ever, fight the bosses. It's not usually something I do. I usually shy out of that. I'll play it just for like the gathering side and the taming dinos and messing around. But you can see I got myself trapped inside it. So inside the Argie. So unfortunately, I've got to insert something somewhere that I don't really want to. I feel a bit bad doing it. There you go. Give it a good old right hook. A bit of a Tyson Fury punch. Dang. But yeah, look, it's flying around. I'm going to jump on top of my thing, and then I'm going to kill that Dodicus that's over there. Only because it's a level 15, and I don't want to be taming a level 15. I want higher levels. Like I said, if I can get 100, level 150, spot on. Like I said, you know what I mean? I want to thank everybody as well. I don't know if I've already thanked you in video, but I'd like to thank everybody that's actually showed interest in my videos and they've watched them. I've got a video at the moment of the first episode that's at 150 views up to press. I've got 21 subscribers, which I appreciate every single one of you. You know, this is amazing what you're doing. You know, just by just looking at the video, watching it, clicking on it. It's amazing. I am thinking about doing a couple of shorts and stuff to see what, funny videos or something, see if I can get a few shorts out, because I found myself watching them quite a lot on YouTube and all. But the only person that used to like it, he used to always kick off and say, well, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point of having short videos? But I can see why now. But yeah, don't forget, if you do enjoy this video and you're liking what you see, drop a like, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the notification bell and turn it grey, especially if you don't want to miss out on one of these videos. I appreciate, like I say, I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate all the love and the support. Drop a comment and I will get back to you, and I will message you back, you know what I mean. But I think on the next episode, I will be finishing off the base and taming a Dodicus. because obviously we need one. We need one for the gathering stone. We do need something for wood, but stone's is quite important at the moment as well. So you never know. We might tame both in the same mission. I'm not too sure yet. As you can see, I'm now grabbing all the. I just need to grab the rest of the materials. But yeah, I'll leave you to the last bit of video, and that's me done. I'm out. Peace.